Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday morning or evening or Sunday morning, wherever you might be in the world. Many blessings to you guys, and thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you all the love that I can, and we are going to start off by sending love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me, just know that when we center in unconditional love and send it out, that just one single person that we make an impact. We transform 700,000 individuals who are experiencing lower vibrational love that is rooted in fear. So don't ever underestimate the impact you have on the world. Simply by sending love out to the world, we do change the overall collective energy of the entire planet. So if you want to join me, I would love for you to do that. I'm just going to take a deep breath. Come back to the now. Allow that unconditional love just to flow down into our hearts, fill us up, and overflow out to the world. And regardless if you're watching this on replay or here right now, that love energy knows no time, no space, so you can join us in sending that love out to the world. We'll join you when you are doing it, and you are joining us when we are doing it. And anybody watching this, if you need that love, we're sending this to you as well. For physical healing, mental healing, emotional healing, spiritual healing, whatever you need it for. Beautiful. So powerful. Thank you so much for joining me with that. And welcome, everybody. I'm excited to see what Spirit has to say to all of us today. I do want to remind everyone that Saturday nights, I normally go on at 8 p.m. Mountain, but I'm going to have it all the same time every night of the week, which will be 7 p.m. Mountain. So it'll be an hour earlier tonight. And then tomorrow morning, normally I'm on at 10 a.m. Mountain, but I'm going to keep all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. So it's just easy breezy. So those are the messages. Also, after this session, I am going to close down the weekly giveaway for the drawing. So let me move my coffee before I spill it here. And let me just post the video on how you can sign up for the drawing. And it is based on the weekly energy updates from last week. So there is new ones this morning. So the ones that you comment on that posted today, that'll be in next week's drawing. But any of the ones from the previous week, you can still look at those because it's still good through today, because technically the weeklies are from tomorrow, Sunday through Sunday. So you can check that out if you so wish. And also, all the November monthlies are out. I'll throw the playlist out for that too. So if you want to see what's going to be coming up for you in the coming month by zodiac sign, you can check that out. And then for those of you that are Halloween fans, I did do a pick a card reading, which is a trick or treat. What's coming for you? Or what's coming your way, not what's coming for you. That sounds ominous. So you can check that out. And then the last one I'll post, just to let you know, we are in Scorpio season. So happy birthday to all you Scorpio sun babies. Here's a pick a card for everyone. There's like 5 to choose from because Scorpio is actually co-ruled by 2 planets. So all of us get to choose from 5. And then there's a special actual birthday reading for all the Scorpio sun babies. So if you haven't checked those out yet, you have all that wonderful messages from Spirit if you want to catch those. So let me get everything set up here and we will jump in to readings and see what we have going on. So just some shout outs here. Hey, Great Quartz, Dale, welcome. Anjou, Rishi, Superstar Product, you're funny. Chat Noir, Miss Lovely, welcome everyone. self love. You are back. Welcome. So good to see you. And Brenda, Devancha Mishra. Probably mispronounced that. My apologies. Jalen, VD, Ling, and Daisy. Liliana. Uh oh. Well, we'll check into that, Liliana. Uh, Beautiful. And Rishi, Katie, KDP. Okay. Benita, Marie, Jazz, and Anjali. So, you guys, welcome, welcome. So good to see you. And hey, Aditi, welcome. What a wonderful, interesting energy today. It almost feels like being in the eye of a storm. I don't know why. It just feels like there's something out there that's happening. But in here, breathing and choosing love, right? So let me take a quick drink here. Hope everyone is well. And we are going to jump in and see what is going on in your life today. So, Anjali, you are up first. Guys, thank you so much already for all the thumbs up. You guys rock. I really appreciate that. It really does help out the YouTube algorithms. It sends more Zen love out into the world. So, thank you for doing that. It really does mean a lot. All right. So, Anjali, you want to know if you're aligned with your future spouse. So we'll check that real quick here. All right. And then have you met them yet? Do you know, like, have they come into your life? Well, we'll take a look here. All right. So you do have first the Knight of Cups. So you are on a quest for love. So obviously you are looking to experience a heightened love in your life. And as far as alignment, what they spirit would say is that you are definitely on the right track. I mean, because you're on your quest, you're on this, path. This is about movement. Nights are about movement. So you are moving, like they're saying, you're moving in the right direction. So you're walking the path probably parallel with them. And this is something that I feel like both of you are probably working on to help prepare you for when you meet. And this is the Five of Pentacles is about your worth and where you put your foundation of where does your sustenance come from? Does it come from mankind? Well, when we look at it that way, we feel abandoned. We feel out in the cold. We feel like we aren't getting what we need, and that, they either we have these fears of the fickle human being, the characters that we play here. When we go into fear, we act out of our minds, right? And so we cut people off. We do give them the cold shoulder and withdraw, either affection or funding or support from people when we're in fear, because we go into self-survival mode. It's like everyone else, too bad. I'm all about me right now. So when we put our foundation in those humans, then we do feel fear, because we are like, wow, because one moment we could be on their good side and the next moment not, support, no support. And so it's this fear that's in the back of our mind. But that Five of Pentacles is us changing from looking to the outside world for our fulfillment, and we look inward and upward to unconditional love, to the creator of all things, which has eternal love for us, unconditional love. So we're not in any danger of like pissing God off and the creator off and the universe off. They love us. They want to give us our support, and they're the ones that do bring us our support in each moment. They have endless resources. Now, it might come through a supply company, a delivery company of humans. Sometimes it comes to us even outside of that. But, when we realize and make that change to that creator that brings us everything we need, then we just can enjoy someone for who they are, and we're not freaking out about walking on eggshells, not being who we are. It just is such a huge thing. So I feel like they still want you to work on that. continue to work on that because you have been, and just go in that, that just helps because you're both walking this parallel, and it'll be a much stronger bond you have when you aren't looking for each other as your sustenance. You're looking up above for your sustenance, and then each other are above and beyond, and you get to enjoy each other, and there's no pressure there. And you have the Wheel of Fortune, so endings and new beginnings coming, good things coming. So the wheel is turning. Uh, you're making steps and steps and steps toward this individual coming into your life. I don't feel you've met him yet. You got the Justice card, and I have no idea why this means that. Um, they just are saying, no, you haven't. And, this is usually about uh, balancing out your capital T truths with your small t truths. Okay. So they're saying that you get a fresh start with someone new. If you had already known them and they've known you before all this beautiful inner work that you've been doing this year, there would be preconceived conceptions with them. And so they're like, no, you haven't met him yet because it was on purpose for a purpose. You have these little trial runs or these individuals, these mirrors to help you along your path. And so are they, so that when you guys meet, you've have all this stuff behind you, this fresh start, and you get to see each other as you are now, not as you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, because you're definitely not the same people. So it's hard for the human mind to let old memories go, it's like a habit. It's like when, and they're showing like when there's a new employer, sometimes they like people who have had no experience because you don't have to undo their old training or undo their old habits or things that a former company taught them. They get to have, the fresh start with you. And it's that kind of attitude is what they're saying. So, but that's what they have for you, Anjali. So many blessings to you. All right. Jazz, you are up next. And then Marie, you will be next after that. All right. So, Jazz, general love reading. All right. Let's take a look here. They do want to stick with the Radiant Rider Waite. So, let's take a look here and see what they have for you. Okay. What else? Okay. All right. So you are at this like crossroads here where you're kind of deciding what you're going to do next, what you want to do next with love. And you have your expectations, the ones that we've grown up with. And then you have your gut instinct, the one that is more connected to the moon, trusting your intuition. And the two of swords usually for me it means because they're blindfolded here, they're saying, close your eyes and see. Don't go off those expectations that you have there. Because you also have the Page of Swords coming in, which is the Ace of Swords. You're connecting to higher truths, which are more rooted in unconditional love. So you're seeing things from a higher perspective, which allows you to cut away the small t truths, those expectations, right, that we had when we were very, very young about the supposed to and the should and the need to and the have to, and constantly added over and over and over again in our lives. And it's those things that make our view so limited and our opportunities so restricted because it has to be in here, and we're afraid if it doesn't, that we're not lovable and that we're rejectable and we're not going to find the love we've been looking for. Well, there's all this opportunity on the outside. And so we restrict ourselves with our mindsets and mentalities. But I feel like you've been on this journey of really questioning, what is it I want and why is it what I want to do with that? And no, I think that's just what I was told. Do I really believe that? And so you're really connecting to your heart and to your intuition and your gut, finding out what really makes your heart sing and not just checking off things on a list, right? Because you do have the Eight of Cups, which is a great card to have, with relationships, especially because it's all about the emotions. And it is about you're walking away from emotions that no longer serve you. Here you are walking, 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 walking. And where you're walking to is the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. It's emotional fulfillment. So you are headed in that direction. And this is the time of really reviewing like past relationships. If you journaled, look over your journals. I journaled for like 5 years in and out of like three or four of my relationships. Um, and when I read through it, I was like, oh my gosh, look, I even circled and highlighting. Look at the same things I keep reverting back to. Why am I bringing this type of person into my life? Why is this the process I go through each time? And it really was eye opening and allowed me to cut away more and more of these beliefs about the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos and the musts, all of that. So I like it for you, Jazz. It's really you're headed in a beautiful direction. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. All right, Marie, let's take a look here. A message from your future self. I like it. And then Benita, hello, hello, you will be next. So let's take a look here, Marie. Let me just highlight that so you see where I'm at. Let's see what your future self would like you to know right now. Too funny. So I think if I remember, you were like, I don't want to wait. If I remember, if that was you last night. Okay. I like it. Because the first card, I'm laughing because the first card that came up was, you will find love. So it's like your future self is going, calm, calm your heart, have the patience. You will find love in the future. And they're like, you are on the right path. You are having, you're on the quest for love and you're doing the things for the adventure. Enjoy the adventure, enjoy the process. Your future self is saying, you know, when you rush to get to the end, you miss all the wonderful steps of getting to know yourself, getting to know the other person. When you rush into something, you're like, what were all those things? Like the red flags. Was there a carnival? And they're like, no. And it's important the dating process or the courting process, as they used to say back in the olden days, was to get to know each other, and you get to deal with things one at a time as things come up. When we rush into stuff, then we have this backlog of 30 things to deal with all at the same time. And what happens when we do that? Right? So but when we're able to um, work through one thing at a time with each other and make up and make up and make up and work through it and adjust and see each other's points of view, that's where beautiful harmony comes in. And then you have the Hermit card. So your future self is saying, don't neglect your inner journey. Your higher self is there for you. This beautiful star within your lamp is you and your higher self. And so as your human goes inward and goes on their path, allow your higher self to be your guide, because they will take you into amazing, amazing awarenesses and places to really prepare you. Because your future self is telling you that you've been doing work and you do the work, and then you're able to move up in the outside world. You're able to move forward in relationships in a very beautiful way, because like you have two eights here. Eights are about awareness where you're at and movement into the nines. And so the Nine of Pentacles is about, again, you have the Hermit card, which is the number nine. you know so doing this inner journey allows you to move from the Eight of Pentacles, which is like an apprentice, to the master. Just a dating relationship up to engagement, up to marriage, up to a beautiful life together. And the Eight of Cups does the same thing. It allows you to walk away from the emotions that no longer serve you, and you move to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. The emotional wish fulfillment. So physical fulfillment in the outside world and your interactions, and emotional fulfillment as well. And they're like, this is the important piece of doing that, and that it's so worth the journey. So they're kind of telling you, take a deep breath. You do find love, but it is all about the journey, and getting to the end, because once you get to the end, then what? So they're like, enjoy the process, because you are going to love it. So that's what your future self has for you. Many blessings, Maria. I love that. All right, Benita, let's take a look. And then KDP, you will be up next. And Benita, you want to know, you're curious to know what our group reads thoughts of you. He jokes around a lot, so you can't tell. Oh, oh, okay. Thank you. All right. You're funny. So are they a fire sign? Are they like a Sagittarius or Leo? I know a lot of Sagittarians that are jokes, jokes, jokes. My dad is a Sagittarius sun. A lot of my close friends are too. So let's take a look here. Tell us about Gurpreet's thoughts of Benita. Okay. Anything else? Okay. That one and that one. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. We have the Seven of Pentacles here. And the Seven of Pentacles shows someone who is about, I feel like they're a very patient person when it comes to things in the outside world. They have a grasp of that things take time. You know, it's important to let the roots grow, and then, the little seedling goes above the ground and becomes, the trunk, and then the branches grow, and then the leaves grow, and then the blossoms happen, and then the fruit comes. And they're like, it's kind of like they enjoy the process as they're going here, which normally I'd say this is like the patience card and da da da, but I really feel like this is them, that they enjoy it, and that's because of their sense of humor, because of this going with the flow type of attitude. That's why they're just like this joyful, ha ha ha, boo boo, boo doo doo. They're enjoying the moment. They're not like fast tracking to get to the end, which that's what makes me feel like they have a lot of fire in their chart. They're all about the moment and the action and what's going on. They're not such the, um, you know, uh, air sign that is all about the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets and the plans and the achievements and things that have to happen. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Or even Capricorn energy. It's that type of um, opposite of them, which they might find attractive, because they're like, they know that maybe they are too out of balance with not planning and not doing things and not doing that. And so they might find someone, and maybe you are those things. And I feel they're drawn there because we do have the Ace of Swords here, which I feel is this is how they perceive you, someone who's organized, has a lot of structure in their life, versus they have very little structure in their life. And so I almost feel like it's opposites, right? And which can or cannot, you know, there's some things that attract with opposites, but there's also some things that have, I don't want to say fear, but fear. It's the anxiousness, or the caution is probably a better word. They're like, but I like my free and carefree and no rules. And so they're like, I don't know if I want to take the chance. It's like a wild animal not wanting to get caged, right? And then there is, the opposite, someone who likes structure, someone who likes things, and they look at that fire and that, and the structure feels safe. And it's like, what, you want me to go out there away from all the structure? What? But how do you know what's coming next? How do you stay in control of stuff? You don't. You just go with it, and you're just like, I don't know. And so there's that side of it too. There's excitement about learning and experiencing new stuff and that you'd like to be more pulled toward the middle, but they're also we're used to where we're at. And I kind of feel like that's some of the stuff that's going on. But there is movement. There are choices that will be made coming up, I think from both of you, really. I feel like it's almost like night and day some between you guys in some ways. And I feel like you guys are deciding what you want to do and how fast you want to go forward and what will or if you will go forward. But you have the Aquarius card here. So maybe, this is very air signy. I'm an air sign. And so when I was talking about the structure and all that and some of those things, I also have Capricorn rising, which I think is a lot of that too. But there is that, hope, this brightness that's going on here. Just trust that things will unfold for you because you've got the universe here that's above you, above the choices that you are. Um, well protected, and this is your higher self and the star, one of the stars in the sky. You are protected, and trust that things will unfold for you regardless if they work out the way we think they should in our brain, but that this interaction is divine. You both, your souls, did choose to bump into each other during this time, and what unfolds with it is to be seen. It's being all mysterious and and being kept secret. Yeah, yeah, that's good. So they are saying that there is this change that's coming, and it's going to be a joyful change. It's something that'll be celebrated. So the wheels of fate are returning, but it's for you, and it does bring joy and celebration around it. So um, just trust that whatever unfolds, that you'll be joyful for the outcome. And that could or could not be, you know, um, with them, because you might be like, oh, good. It didn't. We kind of went our separate ways because it was freaking me out. I was getting really scared. Or you might be like, yay, I'm just going to make the leap and I'm going to, jump to the middle, and they jump to the middle. So they are all about, for you, it's going with the flow, trying that out. And I know that's a hard one because I feel like you're that ace of swords. You like the structure, you like the foundation, you like to know what's coming and what's happening, because then you don't feel out of control. But trusting your higher self and trusting the universe that it's for you might allow you to have a little less anxiety about it. So that's what I have for you, Benita. So many blessings to you. All right. Thank you guys again so much for your patience as I work my way down the list. I'm just getting some more coffee here. Cheers to everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at in the world. And we do want to change up here. I'm going to go to the good tarot and then KDP. Okay. So you are letting go of Jordan, right? Because you realize that he's no longer for you. It's done the class, and you've graduated. And then how do you move on for real this time? You're so funny. All right. So let's take a look here. What would you like Katie to know? How to move on. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So you got the strength card here. So how do you find the strength to keep going? Here's your KDP character that you're playing here. And here's your higher self, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, that is the actor behind your character. As you connect more to your higher self and allow this bond to form, realizing that they're the ones that you're really searching for, that our lion, when it looks to the outside world for its wholeness and its completeness and that which will fill it up and take away its thirst, it gets disappointed in the outside world and does not get that uh fulfillment at all out there. It's all designed in a way to turn us inward eventually, because we came down here to experience all that, the fear, all the emotions that are rooted in fear and the disappointment and those types of things. But eventually we turn inward and upward. Most of us, some of us do come here to experience no relief our entire lives until we go to the other side and we're like, wow, what a ride that was. I rode a roller coaster at 100 miles an hour for 100 years. No one's done that. I got that experience in for all of us, but a lot of us, most of us choose to eventually be like, I can't take it anymore. And we turn inward and upward. And that's where our higher self brings the unconditional love that we've been looking for all along. And so moving on is like moving inward and upward. Because when you do that, you also have, I mean, this is a number eight, you have the eight of earth, eight of pentacles, which is doing the work and moving up in the outside world. And so like moving on happens by that experience. You also have the justice card that comes in here. And the justice card is about balancing. There you can see there's scales there. Yeah, they're there. So there's the scales right there. And you have the Ace of Swords here. That Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of up above that are rooted in unconditional love. And that's what helps you cut away the old thoughts and the old beliefs and the old mindsets, because we're taught that when something happens, this is what it is supposed to mean. When something happens, this is what I'm supposed to feel. And um, when that happens, um, we feel out of control, right? Because it's like we don't feel there's another choice. It's just like we're taught this popular opinion when we're younger, and it's like this is how it happens. This is what it means. This is how you feel. And then, but we have the power later to realize that we're the ones that get to choose, and we can totally go against what the fear-based small t truths are telling us. And so there's this power that comes in. And I sorry I paused there for a moment ago because saw the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups has been coming up in several readings already, and I looked down, I go, "Wasn't the Eight of Cups right here?" And they're like, "No, we put it in here because this is like we're talking about. These eights are about leaving behind emotions that served you for a time, but they no longer serve you. Leaving behind the thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. They served you for a time so that you could experience the fear, the experience of abandonment or betrayal, or all these through time up to this point. And it's like freedom comes on the other side of that, because you do have the messenger of fire, which is the knight of fire, the knight of wands. And all the knights have a quest, and the quest that you are on right now is to get your power, because that knight searches after that ace of wands, which is the power to choose, where am I going to point my energy and my magic wand. It's like Harry Potter. Watch where you point that wand, because where you point it, it grows, whatever you point at. And it's constantly shooting out energy to grow things. And so when we're focusing on what feel we're lacking or missing in our life, or that we don't want in our life, when we're pointing at it and looking at it, it's getting bigger and bigger, becoming a monster, right? But when we change it and focus on what we're grateful for and what we do want in our life, and then that grows and that grows. And I feel like they're saying, because what transforms things is your relationship to your higher self. That ace of wands, it's like point it to your higher self because you want to, or point it to your heart because you want that relationship to grow, because that is what changes your world. And you do get it, because here's the magician who raises the ace of wands to the heavens and allows that beautiful unconditional love energy to come into them as a conduit and out into the world. you get to fill up with that love. And that's what Spirit is saying, what you can do to help you move on for real this time. Because until we turn inward and upward, we'll still keep getting the mirrors in the outside world that are going to show us how we feel about ourselves until we see it, until we turn inward and upward. Um, it's not like punishment. It's like what we asked of all our divine counterparts, all our divine appointments that we have with individuals here. I know, like all five of my long-termish relationships, that each one was I look back as my master, as my teacher, because I'm like, you guys were all such wonderful reflections for me, always showing me how I felt about myself, how I disrespected myself, how I felt what I deserved was very low. And they kept showing it to me for me until I saw it. And then I'm like, "Oh, wow, freedom." And so that's what I feel is coming for you. So that's what message they have for you, Katie. Many blessings. Hang in there. I know it feels raw right now, but take as many deep breaths as you can and just keep connecting to that upper love up above, and it'll help in such huge ways. So many blessings. Sending you a lot of love. All right, Rishi, you are up, and then Liliana, you'll be up next. We'll talk about that boy Sebastian. What's going on? But Rishi, let's take a look here. And you want to know what do you need to change to make your stuck life move forward? Great question. Let's take a look here. What would you like Rishi to know, please? I think this will be a message for everyone here today, right? We can all use this, I'm sure. Let's see. It's funny because you got 5 cards, and in the middle card is card number 11, Justice, which we just had, which is about balancing life out. And, here's the capital T truths. But I love that this is in the middle because they're gonna about to show us the 2 things that can be balanced. So on one side, you've got the 5 of Earth or the 5 of Pentacles, and then you have the Page of Fire, which would be the Page of Wands. And the 5 of Earth is about this understanding of, I talked about it just a little bit earlier, how it's all the Earth and the Pentacles. It is about the outside world and, everyone else on stage with us, all those other characters and the props and our bodies and everything on the outside of us. All the other suits are about mind, about emotions, and about energy. So Pentacles is the outside world, but it also talks about our worth and how we look at our worth related to the outside world. And so there is this change of how you are viewing your worth as it relates to the outside world. And I love that the Page of Fire, the Page of Wands is coming in because this is about realizing your power, realizing that magic wand that you hold, and that there's so much more power that you have over your life than you realize. And that, especially in relation to our worth, we look at ourselves and we look at the world and we're like, oh my gosh, this is who I am in relation to the world because of all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that we've been told, all these grades, all these comparisons and these contrasts, everything that we've been told about. When you are this, that means you're at this level. When you're this, that means you're at this level. When you're at this level. There's all these rules about our worth that are out there, and they're all different. They come from all over the place, and no wonder we're confused because we've got 5 things that contradict one another about our worth, and we're like, so am I right or am I not? I don't know. And we're in this confused state, right? So I feel like there's this power that's coming in and the knowledge around that. Yeah. And then you have the King of Air, So they are the ones, the King of Swords, that actually wields this Ace of Swords here as well. So this is about understanding your expectations and your thoughts and your beliefs and what is no longer serving you, and you're cutting those away. You have the Seven of Pentacles here too. And the Seven of Pentacles is like giving you this permission that, you had this idea of what you thought you were supposed to do and who you were supposed to be in your life, right? So you've been doing it and doing it and doing it. And that Seven of Pentacles is like, so, you planted the seeds and you've been working at it and the roots are grown in the branches and blah 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 and now the fruit's coming out. But you're at this point in your life of you're like, but I don't want that. I don't want apples. That's the example that I use is I like apples. Apples are good. I love apple pie, unfortunately, and applesauce is great. But it's like, but that's not what brings me joy. What brings me joy is guacamole. And so I'm like, I planted trees because people told me that I should, and it's better for me, and it'll help a lot of people. And all right, so I'll do that. But it's not what is making my heart sing. It's not who I am. I want to plant avocado trees and make guacamole because it's going to make me happy and make a lot of other people happy, but me first, And I feel like that's what's happening here. This block, what's has you stuck is these old beliefs about who you're supposed to be and who you should be, and all that is attached to that. And you've attached your worth to those things. And now it's about attaching to your worth to something inner and higher that's unconditional, that there are no restrictions. And this is when you get to relax and go, okay, so I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. And I know people are like, what? Wait a minute. This is new. Say that again. You don't have to ever do anything that you don't want to do. Yeah, there's repercussions by outside things. There are laws that societies have that if you break them, they might come after you and throw you in a prison cell. And it's like, all right, well, you got to live with your choices, but you never have to do anything you don't want to do. And if you're okay with whatever the repercussions are of it, you get to live freedom. You get to live without fear and restriction and enjoy. And you don't feel stuck. You get to move forward. You get to go places because the barriers that are there are only placed by us. We're the ones out of fear go, oh, I can't do that. And it's like, why can't you? And it's like, well, because if I do that, then they're going to do that. And that's going to happen. And I might starve to death and die. And you're like, really? Do you think you really starve to death and die? Well, no, that's kind of exaggerated, but they'll get upset and they'll get upset and da da da. And you're like, and are they living your life? It's like this. We determine going, you know what? They could just as easily choose to be happy about my choice, but if they choose not to, that's not up to me. I can't force anyone to feel a certain way. I'm going to go live. And people will be like, oh my God, you're living your dream. And it gives them the courage to step up too. So I really like that for you, Rishi. So hopefully that made sense and resonated. Many blessings to you. All right, Liliana, let's check into this boy, Sebastian, and then Daisy, you will be up next after that. And I do want to switch over to the runic tarot and let's find out what's going on. I like that. So, I met this boy named Sebastian, and that's when the trouble started. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on here with Sebastian. What are his feelings towards you? Okay. That was like a fourth of the deck. Let's see what else. Okay, these two. All right. Well, there is a lot of passion that's going on. So, really, this this young man named Sebastian has some strong physical hormonal reactions to you. Beware, beware. You have the King of Swords here too, and the King of Swords is showing that they also have a lot of they're in their mind a lot about what's going on here. You've really got them thinking about things, but there's also a lot of expectations that they have. When we're young, we have a ton of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are just being bombarded in our head about the what we're supposed to do, what we're not supposed to do, how we're supposed to do it, but how I want to do it, and blah blah blah. So he's got all this, which makes sense too. When young men are hormonal, their minds are just on fire too in a lot of different ways. And I kind of feel I don't know why that's having that, but it's like very, uh, very much that way. You got the Six of Cups and the Six of Swords. So there is this mindset that's changing here. There's this movement of the mind, but there's also this I normally look at this as the nostalgia card of the uh you know um looking at old dreams or someone coming back from your past and things like that. But I almost feel like this is like some one of the things on their minds is uh be careful. You might end up with a child. So I feel like there's a lot of that Eight of Wands is so, um, so much passionate type of energy that they are. I feel like they're going out of their mind in a way. They're just like, you know, um, and I kind of feel like they're just saying just to be very, very careful. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you got the knight and the queen and the king of swords all going on here. So there's a lot of mental things. There's a lot of expectations. There's a lot of fears of losing conditional love, and there's a lot of expectations that just are overwhelming. I feel like both of you. And because it's like there's the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos. And I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just getting huge warning signs for you, Liliana. And I don't know why. But I feel like it's like just be very careful. This one right here. Yeah. And you have Page of Pentacles. So, there is new levels and new challenges, new opportunities regarding your worth and how you're relating it to the outside world. And I kind of feel like um, that they're almost waving you off in a way. Uh, yeah, because this is what are his thoughts. There's tons of swords and there's tons of thoughts, but there's tons of, you know, physical, passionate energy that's there. And they're just saying just to be very, very careful. That baby keeps showing up. So uh, I just want a very clear message. Yeah. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is all about slow, slow, slow movement. Because you have the devil. The devil is here. But the Four of Cups is, there's three cups that are the usual, what you have on the outside, and that it doesn't end up fulfilling you. And the other Ace of Cups is about it's worth waiting for, you know. So hopefully you read between the lines and all of there, and it's resonating, and you know what they're trying to say to you there. Um, but that's what I have for you, Liliana. And I know you really, 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 really are excited about them, but just be careful. All right. So that's what they have for you, Liliana. You hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right, Daisy, you would like to, will you start to receive income from your artwork within the next few months? Great. And then Ling, you will be up next. So let's see here. Daisy, will you receive income from artwork? Okay. What else, please? All right. I like it. You do have the both the king and the page of pentacles. So this is about new opportunities coming outside the world, and the king of pentacles is a very prominent, successful card. So I would say that this would be, yes, you have opportunities to receive income for your artwork. You have the Queen of Swords. It says, just balance your heart and your mind as you approach it and try to let your expectations go on how it's supposed to unfold, with who, et cetera, because if you have too many expectations, it's going to limit opportunities. But if you just allow it to be more open and allow things to go that way, then, things could really pick up. So it's about letting, follow your heart and your passion, and, have your business mind on a little bit, but don't let it restrict you, because you do move into a wonderful, the 7 of Wands here, which means that you do, you are seen, and you do take a step up, and that there might be individuals that are jealous of that, or that they already feel lower than you, and then when you rise, they feel even lower, and they might kind of poke at your bubble, and try not to be upset with them if you can. Try to have compassion, just realizing like, oh, they feel lower than me. So let me do something special for them to lift them up, and so that they realize that I don't feel like they're low, and giving them a little rise, a little hand up helps them, not feel threatened. So I do like that for you, Daisy. So I'm excited to see what you do with your artwork. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you. All right, Ling, you are up next, and then VD. Hello, hello. You are up next after that. So Ling, let's see here. So is S still choosing who he wants to be with long term, as you're not sure how the connection of him and his kid's mom? Oh, okay. Thank you. And thank you for liking already. Thank you very much. And thank you, everyone who's already given the video a thumbs up. It is so helpful. And I'm so grateful for that. It just helps spread the Zen love. So thank you guys who have liked the video already. So appreciative. All right. So let's take a look here. Actually, I want to switch up cards here. We're going to the Witch's Tarot. And let's take a look here and see, is S still in his decision-making mode? Anything about the kid's mama? Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's got both the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands, which is about drive, ambition, inspiration, passion. And so there's this new passion, I kind of feel like Page of Wands is old passion, and then Ace of Wands is new passion. So I almost feel like it's like, see how they're like, hey, look over there. And so I kind of feel like they're undecided still, because they also have the karma card, which is XX, double endings, double new beginnings. And so I feel like they're really in this place of looking over their life and determining things. So I feel like they're not, and I don't even feel like they're in a crossroads of making a decision. I just feel like they're like, I've got two interests, I've got two passions, I've got, and then they're just kind of looking at them. They're not like feeling, I don't feel like they're feeling pressure to um to make a choice, to make a decision. When I asked about, well, what's the connection between him and his kids, mom, here she is, the queen of wands. So, he still, is attracted to certain things about it because she is a very focused individual. She points that wand and gets stuff done. She's very vibrant. She's got this intuition and, things as well. So it's kind of like there's this place in his heart that she is has you know a room, which of course makes sense, when you have children and even first loves or deep loves. There's all these different chambers in our heart, and she has a throne in one of the chambers. So it may be that it is always there. It doesn't mean that they act on anything like that, but I kind of feel like they're just experiencing both things at the same time. So that's what they have for you regarding that question, Ling. So many blessings to you. You hang in there. All right, VD, you are up next. And then Jalen, good morning. Good morning. You will be up after that. Let me just take a quick drink here. Thank you guys all for being here. I so appreciate all of your love and support. All right. So, VD, what aspect of you or area of your life is most affected? Okay. And how do you work on it? Okay. Let's see here. What a great question. Let's see. So, what would you like VD to know? Like, what's the project, the self improvement project that is most beneficial for her right now? All right. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? All right. Whoops. Hitting stuff on my keyboard. Hopefully, no, I didn't disconnect. That's good. Maybe I'll push my keyboard back a little bit. There we go. All right. Well, this all makes sense. You got the King of Swords here, which, of course, we've been talking about. They've been making their appearance here. Um, he has the Ace of Swords, which does allow him to connect to those capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love from above. And at the same time, it allows them to slice away the old thoughts and the old beliefs that no longer serve you. And I like that because you also have the Knight of Swords, which you're on the quest for this higher truth. And you have the Seven of Swords, which is about you're really looking into your thoughts and your beliefs and mindsets that are stealing away things out of your life, stealing away joy, stealing away opportunities, whatever it may be. And if you look here, he's got like 5 here, but you've already dropped 2. You've already let go of thoughts and beliefs that are no longer serving you, and you're continuing your quest as you remove more and more of these, realizing that those thoughts and those beliefs were interesting. It brought you some, feelings of fear of losing conditional love in different areas, but you're letting those go because you're just done with them. You want to experience something new. And uh, it's great because, they do have the patience, the temperance. They're like, just know you're balancing things out here. You've got the 2 cups here. which is your higher love, those, like we were talking about, the Ace of Swords is allowing you to connect to those truths that are rooted in unconditional love, and it's pouring down magically into your human emotions. So you are having this connection, then, like, just to be patient with that as it unfolds, because with you freeing up your mind, the as the mindsets change and your mind becomes more open, you also are open to so many more experiencing different emotions than you were before. Because maybe before, when you believed that when a certain thing happened, that this is how you had to feel, but now you realize that you have the choice. You get to choose how you feel about any situation. And then also, you get to choose what story you apply to it, because emotions and thinking are so intertwined in our brain, because we feel something first and then our brain creates rules around it, whether it wants to feel that way again or not. If it doesn't want to feel that way, it creates a rule. Don't do that. That hurts. And then it creates thoughts and then emotions, and then when a thought activates a trigger, that sometimes triggers an emotion, which triggers more thought, which triggers more emotion, right? So the human brain and heart, very close relationship, but it does make us go wacko sometimes, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I just want peace. And that's what you're going through here, is you're cutting away these thoughts and these beliefs that no longer serve you, those triggers. And it's beautiful, because our inner child will bring up the ones that it wants us to work on. We don't even have to, like, ask it. It's already bringing messengers around us all the time in our outside world, so that it starts soaking in to our brain, because our brain can only handle so much, our human brain. And so it will bring examples of things that it wants us to look at here. We're like, oh my gosh, did you see what happened to that person? And then this emotion bubbles up, and we're like, oh, what's that about? And then we're like, oh, that person's going through the same thing too, and so's that person. And then it's like, oh, these are mirrors, aren't they? This is about me going through something. And then we go back and look at, when did I last go through that? Because our inner child has these charged emotions it didn't get to deal with. And that's where you're headed back to. That's what you're looking at, things that are setting you free. And I love that. So hopefully that makes sense on what they're wanting you to look at, what you're wanting to do. Just get away from everything, take a deep breath, and just ask spirit, what memory, what trigger uh, will set me free? What awareness of a trigger will set me free? And then, boop, boop, here it comes. And then you can breathe, deeply breathe as you work through it, so you don't get activated again, and just allow that thing to um, dissolve, allow it to be transformed, and you'll see your life transform with it. So that's what they have for you, VD. Many blessings to you. All right, Jalen, you are up next. And Great Quartz, welcome, welcome, new subscriber. You'll be up after that. All right. So, Jalen. Oh, thank you. Oh, so you didn't even have a question, Jalen. Well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. I feel the love, and I am honored to do these readings and help us connect. And we're all in this together, right? Get through each moment with as much love and joy as we can. So thank you so much. All right, Great Quartz, you are up, and then Devansha, you are up next. All right, and Great Quartz, who's on, what's in store for the future? What would they like you to know about the future? And let's go to the Radiant Rider Waite. All right. So, what is in store for your future? All right. What else? All right. Well, I do like these two coming out together because you have the Eight of Cups, which is, we've been talking about this. It's showed up several times today. And it's about leaving behind old emotions that are no longer serving you, and you're headed off to the Nine of Cups, which is about wish fulfillment. So, stepping away from these old, emotions that you maybe been maintaining. If there's some forgiveness that can be granted, it doesn't mean forgetting. It just means letting the wrath go. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to carry these cups around with me anymore. I'm going to move on to something that's more fulfilling in my life. And so you do, and you have the Page of Pentacles, which is about this opportunities that open up in the outside world as you leave this behind. So you do move into this new area, and I like it because don't be afraid of this one. The Death card is you ending a new beginning. So this does show that you are making choices for yourself where you're like, you know what, this is not beneficial for me anymore to be in, whether it's a relationships of any kind, not just romantic, but friends, family, work, schoolmates, whatever, or job or education or something about your own body, even um, possessions. If you're letting go of a home or a car or some sort of own things, or if there's some sort of money things, it's all about an ending and a new beginning where you're putting the end to something, which opens up space for this. You've got this beautiful abundance that comes in, which allows you a wonderful balance. You have enough for yourself and you have enough to give away to others and help others too. Just be patient with the process. But the Seven of Pentacles also is, like we talked about this a little earlier, how it's uh, midpoint when you start to have seen the fruit of some things in your life that you're ready to make a change, make an adjustment on where you invest in your energy. So I really like this for you. I feel like you are ready just to stop engaging some emotional energy and your essence energy into some emotional things that don't deserve your attention anymore. We'll put it that way. It's like, okay, it's taught me what it's need to have taught me. Done. And it's time for some spring cleaning in October. Of course, if you're in the southern hemisphere, you are in summer. I mean, in spring. But if you're in the northern hemisphere, you can still have spring cleaning in fall. So that's what they have, you great courts. I really like that for you. So many blessings. All right, Mishra, you are up with your career guidance and your PhD work. Very good. And then Brenda, you'll be up next after that. So let's take a look here, Mishra. What advice do they have around your career? Anything else? Okay, we did want that one. All right. Wow, wow, wow. Tell you this Eight of Cups, it must be, I have to go look at the planets today because there's a lot about leaving behind emotions that are no longer serving us, right? Fears, things that we that don't serve our path, right? And I love this because you're really stepping into your power here. The King of Wands, you have the wands here, you have the salamander, which protects you from risk. And I love that they're telling you there's nothing to fear. Leave behind these, move on to your wish fulfillment because you are protected. You hold so much power in your life. Like that Ace of Wands, which by the way, also appeared here, which is about you hold the power. Whatever you focus on is what grows. And they're really giving you some great advice into when we focus on these old emotions, then these grow. Let's see if we can get it to even focus here. Shink. Maybe. So, maybe they're saying, "Don't focus on these," because the camera won't focus. But when we do focus on them, that's what expands, that's what grows. It doesn't seem like there's 8, it seems like there's 64, and then there's, double that, and then triple that, and quadruple that, and it just seems to grow in our lives. But when we focus in on what we are grateful for and what we do want in our lives, then that energy expands. And I feel like this is an important time for you to let go of those fears, let go of the old emotions that they served you to give you that, haunted house. Oh, what do they call them at Halloween time? Is it a haunted house that you go through and it scares you, oh my gosh. It's like, well, okay, I experienced that, but I'm done with that. I'm ready to leave the haunted house behind and move into something more joyful, right? A fun house. And you do have also, so you had the King of Wands, you have the and with had the Ace of Wands, and then you have the King of Swords with the Nine of Swords. So this is the insomnia, the nightmare card. And it's because these are all those thoughts and those beliefs, those expectations that you're trying to live up to, and then you fear not living up to them. So it's the fear of losing a conditional love in the outside world. These are small t truths that are untrue. And you discover that with the King of Swords because you are able to see things more clearly from a higher perspective, understanding from a place of unconditional love just how loved and acceptable you are. And that allows you to slice away and cut away these to where you have solid sleep. You don't have nightmares, but you are to the almost to the point of exhaustion and worrying about what will happen? What will happen? What if this doesn't work? What if that doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? And, with two of these kings, I mean, you've got huge divine masculine energy, and we all have divine feminine, divine masculine energy within us. There's times in our life where we need to be able to receive and we connect to that divine feminine energy. And there's times where we need to show our power and experience our power. And that's when we get the king, the divine masculine energy coming in, both in your energy and your power and your thoughts and your beliefs. So that is what they are looking for you right now, um, and just realizing how powerful you are and how protected you are. That salamander is just like the universe saying, "We got you, boo. You're all right. Just focus on what you're grateful for in each moment and how your future is going to unfold in beautiful, brilliant ways. Because no matter what comes your way, you're not going to stop. If there's a block or a hiccup or anything like that, you're going to overcome it and you're going to go forward because you are powerful. I mean, you got that double king energy that's coming in. So you got it. All right, Mishra, that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. Brenda, you want to know any messages from your beloved hubby? All right. And then self love, you'll be next after that. So let's take a look here. All right. And they'd want me to go to the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards for you. So we will. Let's take a quick drink here. All right. Okay. Wow. Okay. So you actually got two. Almost looks like the same person. Very, very interesting. So you got Skyfather, and then you also got the Druid. And it says, trust in the unknown and hold the space. So let's take a look here and see what messages come for you with this. All right, sorry, they're in different sections and I was looking in the wrong one. So let's find the right one here. Thank you for your patience as I find it. All right, got it. Druid says, hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. The Druids were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles, and they had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon. They were the scholars who created the Ogham tree, Ogham. I probably mispronounced that. And they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. So when this druid card appears, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. And I love it because that talked about trust. And then Skyfather is trust in the unknown. So I think there's a message here. All right. And Skyfather says, trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. How crazy. You have a personal relationship with the Great Father. Know that He is lovingly leading you forward. The Sky Father features in many religions and mythologies as the Father God. He's the counterpart to the Earth Mother in many traditions. So, this card represents the universal powers that are masculine in essence, the energies that people have called out to and looked up to in times of need and gratitude. Skyfather personifies your relationship with the masculine energies of the divine and possibly a very powerful male or father figure too. You are a co-creator of your life, and every thought, feeling, intention, and emotion you have is creating the road ahead. With that being said, you don't need to know every single detail of what's going to unfold before you. When this card appears, you're being guided to step back and get out of your own way because there is a greater power that is not only around you, but within you. And Skyfather is creating the best experience imaginable for you. Accepting this will allow miraculous energy to come into your life. So see things from a higher perspective, like the eagle on this card. This card can also appear when there are opportunities to improve the father connection in your life. If your father figure is in heaven, know that his spirit is drawing close. If he's on earth, there's an opportunity to heal something, whether past or present. So there you go. Those are a very similar message, but wonderful sides of it for you, for your from your beloved hubby. So many blessings to you. All right, self love. You are up next. All right, I think great quote. Yeah, great quotes. We already went over yours. So hey, Miss Lovely. Very popular now. You're so funny. And Chat Noir, hello, hello, Rishi. All right, an Anjou of Valles. I probably mispronounced that. You'll be up next. So, self love, you want to know what destiny is going to unfold for you in your new coming life. All right, let's take a look here. I do want to throw cards around and make a mess, but I am also going to pull from the Spirit Animal Oracle here. Thank you guys so much. I just love you guys are so perfect. I just thank you guys for being here. Crack me up. All right. Self love. You have the dog spirit coming in here. I love a little thing on their head. And it says, be loyal to what you love. So let's take a look and see. It says the dog spirit appears to remind you that although change is a part of life and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitments remain strong. You are loved now and can trust that this higher love is true. Spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms now, manifesting in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog Spirit also says, be true to that which you love, for now is a time of good fortune. Be steady as you recognize that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving and true, and Dog Spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. Have faith in Spirit's plan for you. Wow. Self love, 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 love. uh, Kind of a fitting card for you. The destiny that's unfolding, sharing the love that you are, and bring that just expands more and more love. It just feels like the answer to every one of your questions is love. And that is amazing. So there you go. That's what they have for you today. So many blessings to you, self love. All right. Let me keep on going down the list here. So Anjou Vias. And I know I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sure. And then Dale, you'll be up after that. All right. So what's coming towards you in the next 15 days, Anjou? And we're going to go to the runic tarot. Let's see what they have for you. So Anjou, next 15 days. Okay. All right. Anything else? All right. Well, you do have like what, three major arcana out of four cards, which means the next 15 days are going to be a significant occurrences for you. And the magician card is a great card to start off with because it shows your power, you connecting to the divine masculine energy where you are connecting, allowing this beautiful energy to come through as a conduit and come out into the world. And it does tell you you have everything you need inside of you to make your dreams come true, and that you have the power not to wait for life to come to you or people to come to you or opportunities to come to you, that you get to move forward, you get to have the power to do that. But be patient with it. You have the hanged man here, which is about you seeing things from a higher perspective. And you've been in this process of kind of looking at that. And also, you have the Nine of Wands here, which reminds me a lot of the Hermit card. But the Nine of Wands is about your inner journey, understanding your power, that uh, you hold on to. Like one of these is your Ace of Wand here. Let's see if I can get it to actually focus. So, yeah, there it goes. So you hold one of those wands, and when you remove it, the block that has been there just falls away. And so I feel like it's an important piece for what you have been looking at, you know, because that Ace of Wands is what you're holding here with the magic wand. The other card is the Six of Swords, which is about movement from choppy waters to calmer waters, and it is a change of mindset as well. So you're letting old ways of thinking go and moving into new ways of thinking. And, I feel like that has all to do with recognizing the power that you hold and that you're the only one that's holding yourself back. in what you want to do, where you want to head, and what you want to go to. So you have been hanging around, you have been doing this, but I feel like within the next 15 days that you instead go to and stand on the ground, and so you cut the rope that you have been having holding yourself from this perspective, and now you're putting it into action. So these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets about your power and your ability, and like, oh no, I'm not supposed to be the one that steps up and implements things, but it's like, no, you are. And I feel like that's this power that you're going to be standing into here, and realizing, that this is you. You are powerful being. You have powerful divine masculine energy within you, like we all do, divine masculine, divine feminine. And there are times for us to wait and hang ourselves upside down from a tree by one leg, and receive and process and understand and transform. But then there's times we get out of the cocoon, and now it's time to fly. And this is what's going to be coming up, is this time to fly. So I like it for you, Anju. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. All right. So Dale. All right. Very good. Yeah. And if everyone wants to just join right now, I have it on my list every day of people that I send love energy out to. And so I did send this morning. But if with all of us here, if you guys want to just help me in sending loving energy to Dale's 15-year-old little chihuahua who's not feeling so good right now, just to take away pain and to ignite healing within that little bitty body. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. So he's on our heart still. You hang in there. All right. So Aditi, you are up next, and then GSK, you will be next after that. Okay. And then Dale, I see you ask a question there. So we will get to you after GSK. All right, Aditi, what do they want you to know about your November? Okay. And the bottom one. All right. Okay. So you have a little bit of new opportunities coming your way here. You have the Page of Pentacles, which is new opportunities in the outside world. And you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about abundance in the outside world. And you have the 9 of Pentacles, which is all about feeling this wholeness and this completeness within you as well. So November is a very uh, wonderfully fulfilling, full outside world. Now, it does come with this, which is a ending and a new beginning that happens during the month that spawns all of that. So I'm glad that they had all that come out, and like this wasn't the first one. They're like, look at all the wonderfulness and everything that happened. You're like, yay, hey, but it happens because of this. There's a significant ending and rebirth in your life in an area, but it is so beneficial for you that you're just like, all right. So as whatever this ending happens, if it's not you that's implementing it, which it might be, kind of feel like it's not a surprise. It's like them saying, yeah, like if they wanted to leave a job or leave a relationship or leave a situation of some sort, they're like, yeah, because this is what ends up happening. Your life feels full because of it and brings so many new opportunities that you're just like, wow. So if you were hesitating and unsure of making a particular ending of something, then that's them saying, look good. It's they are giving you a thumbs up for it because of what it's going to do for your life. And if you haven't planned something, just know that whatever does unfold, an ending of some sort, that it is going to be so beneficial for you. Just try to remember this moment and go, oh, wait, This is gonna be great for me, so I can still mourn the loss of whatever's ending, but look for the future. Let it go very fast because it's gonna open up all these opportunities for you. So love it for you. That's what they have for you, DT. Easy breezy. All right. So let's take a look here. So, what is coming up for you, GSK? And then Dale, you will be next. So let's see here. Okay. So GSK, what's coming for you here? All right. Well, you do have the world card, which is about victory. It is about ending of a major cycle and the beginning of a new adventure. So significant change for you that um, is for you, and ends up working out good for you. Um, you have the 3 of Pentacles here, which this is about not listening to all those people out there about who you should be, what you should be doing. It's about you staying true to your authentic self, to your authentic craft. And usually there's like 2 other people in the card, which is people who like were afraid to anger by not doing what they are asking us to do because they're all blah 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 blah, 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 and you're like, oh, gosh, they're just always, you're not going to do good at that, why don't you do something else worthwhile? You're not going to make any money that way. You should do something more sensible, blah blah blah, and you're like, I just don't want to be around that. And then you have the other people who are supportive too, that are like, oh, we're so proud of you, you're doing so well and can't wait to see what you do with this. But they might throw in a little, hey, have you thought of doing it this way though? And we don't want to lose that support and have them join that other little blah 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 people, so we might alter our course. And this is about stay true to your course, stay true to what you truly want, not what you think and all those expectations, because you also have the 9 of Swords, which is the nightmare and the insomnia card, because it's like all these expectations, the supposed to's and the need to's and the shoulds and the have to's and the must that you lose sleep over or invest energy, or you fear letting people down. This is what that represents. It's like, no, you don't have to take all that on, because spirit is saying that they want you to stay true to you and to your authentic path and where you are headed. So stay true to you, with whatever's coming forward. Just keep on keeping on, and if you need to make adjustments to live a more authentic life, then make those changes. Don't worry about the people that you're going to anger or the people support you're going to lose, because it's your life you're living, and you will find other people when you live your authentic path. You'll be surprised. There's people that you thought were going to get angry that are like, woohoo, good job, keep going. That makes me want to be able to do it too. And you're like, whoa. So it's not as scary as it sounds like it's going to be. So you do have this wonderful, wonderful movement. So I love that. So that's what's coming up for you here in the near future. So I love that progress and this change that's happening, because it's old cycles are ending and new adventures are beginning, which are for you. So that's what they have, GSK. Many blessings to you. Dale, you're up next. And then DK, you will be next after that. All right. So let's take a look here. Mars retrograde and perhaps the eclipses. Um, think that was that maybe about what was going on, uh, maybe what we were talking about in the last live, maybe? Okay, there it is. You feel your dogs have to do with the Mars retrograde and the 2 eclipses. He's already been to the vet, and the vet couldn't find anything specific. The vet did give him some pain meds. Okay, he may have pulled something. It is definitely true. So let's take a look here, Dell, and just see, what else would you like us to know about the pup? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. You got the 3 of Pentacles, which when I saw that, they're like, just let him be his little self. He's gonna be himself, right? But they had the Queen of Pentacles too, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So continuing, give them all that love, and that just helps them through the situation. But the Queen of Pentacles is about new birth uh, abundance and things. It's a positive card. Um, and also getting out into nature. I'm not sure. I know he probably is not good to go for a walk, but if you have the ability just to take him outside and just hold him and let him get some fresh air and and get out into the sun, if it's warm enough. Um, but I feel like things are gonna do it. Maybe, like you said, he's just a lunar dog. He's really in tune with the planets. All right. So we'll continue to send him a lot of love, Dale. You hang in there. We'll send love to you too. All right. So DK, you want to know KK's true feelings for you, and are you going to get married in the future? Let's take a look here. We're going to switch over here to the Witch's Tarot. And then Angelina, you will be up after that. So DK, let's take a look. Okay. Well. So you've got all these swords, which means there's a lot going on in um, your mind and their mind too. Because the Knight of Swords is the pursuit of higher truth and also movement of thought and belief and mindset. Because you've got these two. The Eight of Swords does tell you about that both of you are going through this understanding of what of your own thoughts and your own beliefs are making you feel blinded and bound and like trapped. And so there's this freedom that comes from that Knight of Wands as you guys both look at things from a bigger, higher perspective. Because I feel like the five of swords is about conflict, conflicting expectations, conflicting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, which are our small t truths, these opinions we've had from the previous. And I feel like what they're bringing into your purview is understanding that if you both stay so stubborn in your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets and don't allow a higher viewpoint, then they won't mesh. It'll turn into butting of heads. Because in addition to that, you also have the Five of Wands, which is about conflicting energy. So you've got two fives, which is about battling. And so, there are these uh with any relationship, of course, as we all our pasts are different. We're all raised with different rules, conditional love laws of the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos. What a relationship should be, who you're supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be in a relationship. It's like all that works itself out. And I feel like they're saying that this needs to be worked out. And the open mindedness and being able to see from each other's viewpoint is such an important piece of 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 this. And so when you're asking for KK's true feelings, I feel like they're conflicted, that because they have ways of believing about things, and they feel like you have made it clear how you feel about things too. And it's like um, there's a lot of this conflicting energy that is keeping things from progressing unless there's movement and change of mind and mindset, which all comes from within each of us. And there's nothing that you can do to change their minds, and there's nothing that they can do to change your mind, because we don't want to change our minds. Humans are stubborn. We get a mindset, we like our control, and we like maintaining our long list of conditional love laws until it gets uncomfortable enough or it causes enough war where we look internally and then we want to change things because we don't change our thoughts, we change our hearts, and then our hearts change our minds. And and that's so all you can do to remedy is unconditionally love others, then will their hearts will change and then their mindsets change. But if you're just trying to change people's thoughts, ain't not going to work. And you can only work at changing your heart to change your mind and look at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets about things. So while you're in this waiting period, that's what they're, kind of having you do and have you look at is your own thoughts and your own beliefs and your own mindsets right now. So that's what they have for you, DK. I know not quite the reading you were looking for there, but they always bring us the perfect message for the moment. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you, DK. All right, Angelina, you are up next. And hey, NA, hello, hello. Good day to you. Bob, I'm doing fantastic. And you will be up next after Angelina. So, any surprises for you the rest of the year, Angelina? Okay, I do want to go to the good tarot here. Let's see what we have here for you. So, Angelina, any surprises they would like you to be aware of for the rest of the year? Okay, anything else? Okay, that one. All right. Well, you do have new energy coming in, new passion, new drive that's coming in. So you are going to get excited about something. Um, and the five of, I mean, the Hierophant, which is the number five, it's change. And I feel like this is a change of commitment. This is a change of maybe even domestic type of agreements that you might have. So there is something that is being altered because of the altar. That's funny. They are funny, but this is about ritual, and the Hierophant is about spirituality and around organization, around spirituality too. But it is also about the how you're defining things is also changing very much. And you do have the seven of earth, the seven of pentacles. This has shown up a few times today already in different decks, which is it is a little bit of a patience card, but that wouldn't be a surprise, right? You're like, oh, I get that all the time. But it also is about you changing course, like you're recognizing um, that there's certain things that you no longer want to pursue. And I feel like you have this new passion, this new experience. You're moving up in the way you're looking at things. There's these changes that are happening. And then you're like, you know what? I'm letting that go and I'm going to invest in this instead. So I really love that because that's a positive thing that's happening and it's you that is wanting to do it. It's like we talk about you planted apple trees and the apple tree starts growing the fruit and you're like, oh yeah, apples, I was going to do that, but I want pears instead, or a blueberry bush. It's like you're changing your whole perspective of where you wanted to invest your energy. And it seems surprising because you're like, I was so set on this, but with this new passion, this new thing, your whole perspective changes. You're seeing things from a higher place and you're just like, I'm going to do that. And it's like, and you're not the only one that's surprised. A lot of other people are surprised by it too. But it is for you. So it's not anything like, you're the one that's choosing it because of this new thing that comes into your life. So I love it for you, Angelina. So that's what they have for you today. Many blessings to you. All right, Bob, you are up. And then Chat Noir, you are up after that. So, Bob, you want to know advice card for love? Let's take a look here. They do want that one, and they do want that one, and they do want that one. All right. So you have the Eight of Air, which is the Eight of Swords. And you also have the Messenger of Air, which is the Knight of Swords. So, Eight of Swords is, we just had that, I think, one or two readings ago, which it shows someone who's blinded and bound and has the eight swords that are like trapping them in. And so that is about you recognizing your own thoughts and your own beliefs and your own mindsets, those expectations that are making you feel just very um, trapped, like you can't get out of a certain type of situation in your life, around love and around a relationship, right? And so you're like, you have this, but you have the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief, and they're in pursuit of that higher truth that sets you free. So I really feel like you are tired, sick and tired of doing what you always did and got what you always got, right? And so you're looking at, what can I change about my mindset around love and relationships that will expand it? Because if we have such a tight uh, requirement of what love has to look like and how it has to come in and da da da, we miss out on all the opportunities in the outside world. And so as you cut away at those expectations, more opportunities open up and you start to see things more. You do have the Chariot card, which is about movement, is about victory, and it's a result of your power of choice. Because again, it comes down to that within every moment, you get to choose what story you apply to it, and you get to choose what emotion you feel as you go through it. So there is this power, empowerment that's coming with you in regards to your outlook and your expectations and the choices you make around love that really open up and allow you to make movement and have movement in the area of love and victory as well. But it takes us being willing to question those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets that we have, around love, the should, the supposed to, the need to, the have to, the musts, those things. It's like letting those things go that no longer serve you, and understanding where they've come from. So it is time uh, for that to happen. And I love that the Chariot card showed up, because it is showing that you are stepping into your power and that there is a movement and that love will come in. So many blessings to you, Bob. That's their message for you today. All right, moving right along. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up on the video. I am so grateful. It helps out the channel in such beautiful ways. It just helps share the Zen love. And so thank you for being a part of that and doing that. I appreciate it so much. All right. So, Chateau Manoa, Chat Noir. I know I'm probably mispronouncing that, but general reading and advice for you. And then Angie, you will be up next. Hello, hello. All right, so let's see here. General, okay, wow. General reading and advice for, okay. They evidently have some things to say. Okay, let's take a look here. All right. So you do have new love, new emotion that is coming in, heightened and moving up in the world with this. So there is this new, uh, also intuition, new um, instinct, new gut, uh, clearer, heightened is coming in with all this too. And you do have a tower moment that is coming up, which is happening for you. Something is being, removed out of your life to make space for the new to come in. So just be aware that there is something that will be removed for you. It's a lot like having living in a condemned house with that has rats and leaking gas and plumbing issues and roof leaking and the floors are caving in and you're like, but it's mine, it's all I have. and you go out to the garden to pick some tomatoes, and lightning strikes the house and catches on fire and it burns down. And while that's happening, it's like, oh no, what's happening? But then the insurance comes, oh, don't worry. And they put you up in a nice hotel while they take all the rubble away and build you a new house that's all up to date and beautiful and working and modern, um, and it's more in alignment with where you're headed. And then you're like, oh, okay, I'm glad the tower moment happened. So it's just trying to remember while the tower moment is happening that this is for me, and I'm going to look back and be happy about it, is an important piece. So it's great because you do have the magician card that comes in too, which is you standing in your power, understanding that you are the one that gets to initiate things and make movement and have things come into action because of your power of where you're focusing your energy. The magician's like has like the ace of wands, which is whatever you focus on is what grows. And so you do have this wonderful tower moment that just explodes your emotion, explodes your connection to the spirit world, your intuition, and allows you to really have things grow in your life that you are thankful for. So you focus on what you're grateful for and what you want in your life rather than what's missing and what was taken away. You focus on what's coming and what is in your life rather than the old. And so I feel like this is expanding things for you. You also have the King of Air, which is the King of Swords, which not only does he roll over air and the sword suit, he's also given, all the kings are given another portion of air. So double air energy, a lot on your mind um, in the next few, I'd say the next few weeks, probably even around a month or ish, that you're going to have a lot that you're thinking about, a lot on your mind. But it's also about, with the combination of these two together, letting your expectations go on how things are supposed to and should need to and have to unfold, and allowing your energy to focus on possibilities. I just really like that because that tower moment is going to be sudden, and it's going to feel like it came out of nowhere, but it was planned for millennium for you. But that expectations is what's going to get rattled by it because it's like, wait, no, this all needed to happen and this needed to supposed to in place and blah blah blah. But it's like, so it's allowing that magic inside of you to go look at the possibilities. I can look outside of all that stuff and I can see it and I can understand it. And um, so I like that for you. Kind of a little message: try to stay out of your head as much, still balance your heart and your mind because you had that page of cups, which shows you going into your heart, but balance heart and mind, and try not to freak out too much when the tower gets hit by lightning. So that's what they have for you, Chat Noir. Many blessings to you. All right, Angie, you are up, and then NA, you will be up next after that. So let's take a look here. Angie. Jen, we're reading. What would Spirit like you to know? Angie. Nothing, Angie. They are like, it's a secret. Okay. All right. Right. So you've got both the Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands, and the Six of Fire, which is the Six of Wands. So a very stabilized, beautiful energy that's coming in for you, which is also much of like joy and celebration that's coming in. Six of Wands is about like recognition and being seen, that you are standing out and you are being recognized. So I love this combination here for you because it is a very joyful and a very flowing, beautiful energy. They're both even numbers, which means your energy right now in the next couple weeks is just beautifully flowing, and people are recognizing you're feeling the love and you're feeling the joy and the celebration. So very, very positive energy coming in. You also have the judgment card, which is a calling. Your higher self is calling you into this higher relationship, and you're realizing you're so much more than just your physical self, but that you are the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love and joy and peace. And it's like you are have this special invitation from your spiritual posse and your higher self to have this wonderful connection. And I feel like that's where a lot of the joy comes in. It's coming from inside of you for no reason whatsoever. Just knowing that you're unconditionally loved by such a host of beings of unconditional love and light, you just kind of emanate, and people are going, "Oh my God, you're glowing. What's going on?" And you're just like, I'm just happy for no reason at all, and no one can take it away from me. It's just like this beaming and glowing that I feel that you have there. And then you have the Ace of Air, which is about, I feel this is about new communication coming in, new, like someone is contacting you out of the blue too. And it's just like this wonderful connection. I feel like maybe it's an old friend or like an old cousin, someone that you haven't talked to in a long time. And while you're in this beautiful, upbeat mood and everything, you get a call from them, and you're just like, "Hey," and they're like, "Hey," and you just have a wonderful um connection. And it's almost like there's like these old ways of looking at things, or old ways of interacting before, and it just happens to be the perfect energy where they're in and that you're in, especially that when they hear you answer the phone with such hey, because you see who it is calling, I feel, and you're like, "Hey," and they're like, they were hoping that you would um be happy to hear from them. Something I think happened before where they felt like there might be, like you might be like, "What do you want?" But instead, you're greeting them like with joy and love, and it changes the interaction. So I do love that for you. So wonderful, wonderful, joyous time that's coming up here for the next 2 to 3 weeks for you. So I like it, Angie. So many blessings to you. All right, Na. You are up next. And Kirthana, thank you so much for hitting that like button. And thank you all for hitting that like button. That just, like I said, just such a wonderful gratitude from me. I am so grateful. It just helps spread the love. All right. And then June, hello, you will be up next after NA. So, any advice on your love life, NA? Is you're single? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? What advice? All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, well, good stuff coming your way. You do have the Hierophant first, which is about seeing things from a different perspective, contracts and commitment, and looking at commitment in a different way than you have before. Because you have the World card, which is the ending of major cycles and the beginning of new adventures. And I feel like if you were in a commitment, I feel like you have left that recently, um, or you're at least leave your mindset and rules around commitment are going through this change. Like you're seeing things like a whole new world, but it's the ending of old cycles, the old ways of doing things, the old way of approaching love is what Spirit is saying. Leave that behind. You know, you did what you always did, you got what you always got, and you are ready for new getting. Because you do end up with you have the Ace of Water, Ace of Cups, which is new love coming in, and the Ten of Cups, which is about abundant emotion as well. So, and that can be endings and new beginnings, but I feel like it's such a fulfillment type of feeling with these other two cards. That your approach, it's like you got to change your approach to experience new love. All the restrictions, all the old cycles, the old ways that felt comfortable just don't fit for your life anymore, and what you're wanting and where you're wanting to head. So they're advising you it's time for a refresh. It's time for a reboot around your approach and your expectations around love, because that cycle, there's like that old cycle. You're done with that. You're ready for a new adventure. You're ready for a new journey. And so it's about stepping outside and doing those things that feel uncomfortable, that you know like going and doing the things that you love and you have passion about, and then looking and seeing if there's anyone that interests you. And if they do, you step up and you ask them for coffee. You ask them, hey, would you want to go do da 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 da? If it's something that uh, interests the group of things that you're in, you're like, hey, are you going with anyone to that? Would you want to carpool, or would you like to, hang out and go do that? And step out. I feel like that's the kind of thing. It's like stepping out of the norm, and doing things differently. So I like that for you. So exciting things to come, and that's what they have for you, NA. So many blessings to you. All right, Dune, you are up next, and then Sudeshna, you are up after that. All right. So Dune, will you meet a woman soon? In a romantic way, I'm assuming. It's like, yep, grocery store, the person that was stocking the groceries or the stuff. You're like, okay. I know Spirit knows what you were wanting. Just trying to be funny. All right. So you've got the seven of swords, seven of air, and the two of swords, the two of air. So, first of all, the seven of air is about becoming aware of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets that are deceiving you, that are cheating you out of experiencing. And so they really want you to look at these expectations, these thoughts and beliefs about you and relationships and who you are supposed to be and who someone should be and how you're supposed to meet them. All that stuff, the sword stuff is about thoughts and beliefs, and that seven is normally they have like five swords in their hands, and two swords are left behind, which is like the two of swords left behind here, which kind of is a interesting uh, synchronicity. But it also means that you have left behind some thoughts and beliefs already, and they're just saying that there's just a few more that you can let go to make things open up, because the more expectations we have, the less opportunities we have, because we're cutting so many things out. It's almost like I don't know why they're showing this. Like if you ever search for like something while you're shopping for something online, and you go, I want this and this, and click and click and click. It's like there's like one item that's left, and you're like, oh, unclicking one of the boxes, it's like, oh, there's 10 items. Unclicking another box, oh, there's 100 items. And that's what they're showing me in my head is unclicking a lot of the expectation boxes to allow for more opportunity, because it's within that things really unfold for you. The two of air, the two of swords is about you're in the middle of making a decision, and or you will be making decisions soon. And with that stuff coming up, it's important, again, get out of your mind and get into your heart more. Let go of the mindsets more. Close your eyes and truly see. So trust your gut, trust your heart, trust your instincts when decisions are coming up in regards to relationships, rather than going, oh, nope, 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 nope. Go, there's something about that person. I'm gonna check it out, and I don't feel like it's dating app stuff, but they were showing me like swipe right, and they're like, instead where you normally swipe right on someone, go trust your heart and swipe left or whatever it is. I don't do those. So whatever it is that you're like normally where you'd reject, no, 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 go, let's give it a try. I feel like drawn to that. And that's out of my norm. And that's what I feel like they're having you do. You do have call here, which is this usually this is the judgment card and about your higher self calling you, da da da. But I really feel it's all about make the phone call, or you will get a phone call. Um, but I feel like it's like make the call, and then you have the star card, which is the Aquarian energy. It's the sign of hope and a sign of allowing your emotions to come out. I almost feel like maybe you are an air sign because Aquarius card is an air sign, and I know I'm an air sign, so I know we can get into our head a lot, and our emotions we keep in jars like that, contained. But it's about allowing your heart to feel and your heart to be expressed as well. And so this is what they have for you as far as if you will uncheck some boxes in your head, then you will meet someone soon. If you do not uncheck boxes in your head, then the pause period continues until you do that review. Because when you're doing what you have always done, then you always are getting what you've always gotten. So that's what they have for you, Dune. All right. So, Sudeshna, let's take a look here. You're in separation. Okay, I'm sorry. So, what's coming next? Let's see what Spirit wants you to know about what is happening here. Wow, okay. Wow, okay. So, you got the Tower card, which is all about what is moved out of your life is moved out for you to make room for something more in alignment with your path and where you're headed. It's done its job. It's you've experienced what you need to experience, but now there is this movement, and people don't leave our lives. People are moved out of our lives. And what was it moved out for? Boom. Nine of Pentacles, total internal abundance and feeling whole and complete in your outside world. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment that filled you up and is flowing out into the outside world. Wish fulfillment card too, the star card here, because in combination with the 9 of Cups, which is also these are both known as the wish fulfillment cards. And so these two definitely are saying that you have this wish fulfillment that comes into being. So it's like you might have had this, well, this is we're supposed to be together and da 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 and have all this pressure in your mind and in your heart, the fear that you won't find love again. But that the Tower card came up saying, nope, this is being removed for you to make space for the new, and that the new is outside fulfillment, heart fulfillment, and double wish fulfillment. That's what's coming next. So the separation is happening for you, and what's coming next is like out of this world. So I love that for you, Sudeshna. I know it feels like raw in right now, but if you understand uh, looking into what's coming, you'd be like, okay, you know, like I was talking about a little earlier about, when you have a okay, home that maybe is falling apart in some ways, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is condemned. I really shouldn't be living in here. And then it blows up while you're away, and then you're like, "Oh, no." And then once you see what plans they have of the new home they're gonna give you in replacement of it, you're like, "Okay, I'm okay with that." You know? And that's what I feel is coming for you. So, uh, many blessings to you, Sudeshna. So, there you have it. All right. Let's take a look here. So, Dale, we took care of your little pup. All right, Divya. Namaste to you as well. And oh, I'm sorry you've been feeling bad lately. Okay. So, what do they want you to know about this person that's on your mind? Okay. So, let's take a look here. Okay. What else? Okay. So you do have the 5 of swords here, the 5 of air, which does represent conflict of mind. You know, a 4, you'd have 2 on each side and this wonderful flow in the middle, but a 5 is something is stuck right there in the middle. This something, you know, going on that is just causing friction. It's causing um, conflict in the outside world, but conflict of mind and thought as well. Now, there is movement coming. There's a lot of fire coming. You have the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and this is the fastest moving horse. So something is about to change. Something is about to come in and really change this situation um, in a positive way. It may feel weird at first, but the 3 of fire here is about whatever this is that's happening. You end up choosing to go in a different direction with whatever is happening here. The situation changes and it goes in a completely different direction it would have before this new spark, before this new motion, this new movement. It just changes stuff where you are looking, where you were headed this direction and you were so sure you were headed this direction. But with this new stuff, it's like, "Er," and now you're purposely choosing to invest your energy in a different direction because you also have the world card here, which is ending of a major cycle and a beginning of a new adventure. And I feel like this is by choice, though. I don't feel like it's like, um, I feel like this decision is all you. That whatever is unfolding here, like you are changing your energy where you're investing it with whatever situation is going on with this person in your mind. That there's just a lot of energy that comes in, a lot of spark, and it can be um not like love passion, but it's just very uh, it's not anger, boldness comes in. It's just something happens that sparks this boldness where it's like no, and then it's quick movement, quick decision to change your direction. And but it's you're heading off in something in a different way that is more in alignment with what you are needing for your life at this time. So it frees you. It's like all this energy that you're investing because you're feeling badly, right? I mean, there's all this um, emotion that's rooted in the fear of losing conditional love of some sort, right? And it's freeing for you to go, no, I'm tired of feeling this way. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to invest my energy somewhere else and invest my energy in a totally different way. I'm choosing to focus on what I want, what I'm grateful for, and what I want in my life, not focusing on what I is missing out of my life or I don't want in my life or, whatever that might be. It's like this huge just and you're like, "No, I'm done." And and it's powerful and it's empowering for you. So I like it for you, Deviant. I know it might, like I said, feel weird and rah at first, but just allow that boldness to come up and make decisions for you and where you want to invest your energy through this situation. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Rashmi. All right, Patricia. So let's take a look here. Any messages from your spirit guides? Absolutely. They always want to talk. And they want me to pull from the wisdom of the oracle. So let's see what they have for you. All right. Patricia, what do your guides? What message do they have for you too? Okay. You got the TikTok card. Look at that card. Ta-da! Card number 30 opened right up to it. And it's about timelessness. Oh no, divine timing, immeasurable time. And it says when humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order were happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co create the life you desire, so release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. And these do have relationship messages and prosperity messages. I do want to read both to you as well. So, relationship message says love, the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetable. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its season, its divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, to give and receive it. Its clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart in perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know? Love is always right on time. Wow. Powerful message there. And then also, prosperity message says your prosperity is co created by your endeavors as they occur in human made time and the eternal efforts of your most important manifestation partner, spirit, in a divine, measureless time. So keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive and make a commitment to remain in high vibration thoughts and feelings. If you heed the message of this card, it will seem as if you will align with your highest calling and your highest good in no time at all, like magic. So, what's all the fuss about not having enough time? The prosperous life that is yours will never pass you by. Boom. What a great message. And that probably was for more than just you. I love that message for all of us. So beautiful, beautiful. And that's what they have for you, Patricia. So many blessings to you. All right. So yeah, we have a whole lot more. Oh no. Um, yeah. Thank you guys so much. And thank you so much for all the likes and the thumbs up on the video. It definitely helps spread the Zen love. Such an amazing group of people. So much love and support, and I feel it an honor, of being able to pull cards for everyone. I do try to stick to 2 hours. I'm like at almost 2.5 hours. The good news is that I will be back at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, so in less than 6 hours. I'll be back here live on YouTube. So if I didn't get to you in this one, earlier you get into the session, then the more likely is I can get to you within that 2.5 hours. But if you need an answer right now and you're like, I need some answers, Spirit, I do have a lot of playlists like pick a card readings, weekly energy updates that just came out, November monthly readings, and several other types of videos. So follow your heart and follow your instinct, and Spirit will lead you to the video that does have answers for you if you need something right away. And I do have a weekly giveaway, which here after I'm going to go eat something first. Let me move my keyboard here. Um, I'm going to eat something first, but then I will shut down the drawing for the week. And so here's the video on what you need to do to sign up for the drawing for a free 30-minute personal recorded reading from me. And it does have to do with the weekly energy updates, but it's for the ones that came out last Saturday, which would be the 22nd. Yeah, and it'll have like for the 23rd, it will be in the title of those. So be sure to check those out. And because I'll be closing that out. So you still have a chance to comment and get into the drawing. And then I'll pull a name and announce it tomorrow for the 30-minute free recorded reading. For the ones that came out today, you can still comment all week to get into the drawing for next week. So I'm excited. And then here's the link to the monthly readings for November by each individual zodiac sign. And then here's the pick a card that I just put out as well for uh it says trick or treat, what's coming your way. So you can also get some stuff there. And then of course, again, happy birthday to all you uh Scorpio sun babies. And then here is also a pick a card. It has 5 pick a cards for the rest of us who don't have our birthdays during Scorpio season. We can also get information and messages from there. So again, thank you guys so much for being here and for all the thumbs up and the likes. I appreciate so much. I feel the love, I feel the support, and please know that each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. Remember tonight, instead of 8 p.m., I will be on at 7 p.m. because I'm going to keep all the evenings at 7 p.m. Now. And so I will see you guys when I next see you. And until then, you guys hang in there and you take care of yourselves. Yeah, you hang in there. You take care. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.